Hello everyone, it is I, Magician88, and today, well tonight I'm going to be casting yet another game of the StarCraft Pledges Society tournament. So let's move into the game now, it's actually just about to start. We are going to be playing in week, what are we up to? I think we're week 4 now. So, it's going to be a ZVT first on Accolon Wastes. So in our top left hand corner with apparently his automatic worker mining setting turned off, we have our Zerg player who is going to be LunaR with a capital R. And in the bottom right we have our Terran player who's going to be playing green. It is MythSyntox. I think also known as Syntox. I may have cast the game from it before. So just as I was saying, the auto mining option has been added for Heart of the Swarm and Wings of Liberty in the recent huge patch, and you can basically get it by going to your options and then going to your gameplay, and yeah, enable starting worker rally. That basically automatically make your workers move to your mineral line. So as you bring up the production tab with my custom UI here, I just basically downloaded off, I think it was Team Liquid I downloaded this one off. So, yeah. Also, we're gonna have a refinery, we're gonna have gas for barracks for our Terran player, so looks like we'll be seeing some pretty interesting play from him very soon. Early gas that might suggest Reapers, I think it is, or we might even see Mech versus Zerg. Apparently Mech is actually really good versus Zerg, had it not been for the fact that it's pretty slow paced, it might actually be very overpowering. Apparently Zerg have to swoop around and just basically harass the base constantly if the Terran player goes for Mech. So we'll see how our Terran player decides to use his gas. This drone is of course going to scout all... No, he's not going to scout the gas actually. He won't be able to know what the gas timing is, so I think this will be in our Terran player's advantage. Battery first for our Zerg player before going for his sporting pool. I think it would be better if he went for his gas as well, so that he could get speedlings. Just in case our Terran player decides to go for Reapers, which I assume he will be in a little bit's time. No, it looks like he's going to be going for the factory. Actually, I didn't realize that the factory didn't cost any gas, so that's interesting. But it looks like now the wall has been finished. We see a Marine coming out now, so it's not going to be a Reaper opener. Looks like double gas for our Terran player. I think we'll be seeing Mass Mech, or potentially even Terran Air. Looks like this Overlord might actually scout this later on. But yeah. Otherwise, it seems like we're going to be. We will see what the compositions for both players are going to be very soon. So while we wait, I'll bring up the Excel spreadsheet here, which actually has all the players on it, and it's going to be Syntox. No, not Syntox. Let's see. Looks like there's only one person called. Hang on, what's his name? MythSyntox. Looks like it's going to be a third hatchery for our... Oh, looks like this factory is going to actually be one of those scouting factories, which is a good idea, seeing that they have more health than the barracks. This scouting factory is actually going to more or less scout out this third base here. Okay, as you probably heard, that sound suggests that there is in fact no person on this list that actually is called MythSyntox. So I can only assume we are going to see Syntox versus where is he? Syntox versus LunaR, which I'm guessing was actually called Stellar with a capital R. Looks like they're both off racing actually. Could be wrong, but Syntox, the player called Syntox in this group is actually who was actually noted as a Protoss player, whilst LunaR, or possibly Stellar, I'll find out sooner or later, is actually listed also as a Protoss player. In fact, he is actually going to be playing Zerg. We're going to see some creep spread from our from these queens here. I'm surprised he hasn't decided to break down these rocks yet. So I think oh, it looks like this factory won't be able to land, but he will find the third base from our Zerg player as he builds up his second. As he builds up his natural. Looks like he's gonna double expand as well. Although this rally suggests he may just. Well, I don't suppose there's anything called a macro command center. So we'll see very soon. No roach tech just yet, not even lair tech as it seems, so, oh, we do have a bit of a, oh no, it's just 3. Oh, looks like an early Raven. He's actually gonna get the Seeker Missile out, and the Seeker Missile will just stand around for a little bit before attacking the Queen. The Queen obviously won't be able to run, unless she was on creep. I'm pretty sure she should be able to outrun the, Seeker Missile. This drone, oh, getting the hatch block from the factory. Actually, that's pretty bizarre. You don't really see it that often. Looks like these 3 queens are going to help and break these rocks. And I think this queen is actually a little lazy here, but maybe she's just waiting. Oh, there's 2 queens here actually not doing their work. It would really help to actually break these rocks. Although I think using queens is not exactly the best idea, as their talents only do 4 damage, 2 attacks, so it does 8 damage. But these rocks do have base armor of about 3, so obviously those attacks actually those attacks go right all the way down to just 1. So in fact these attacks only do 2 damage altogether. These 3 ravens will come out here, and this raven already shot its Seeker Missile, so it's got a lot less energy than these ravens here. So Overlord obviously just looking around. We do see 2 starports. I think our Terra player is actually going to try and mass Raven somehow. That does explain the early gas. So we'll see whether this build actually works. Looks like he's already got. Oh, looks like he's actually got 3 command centers here. What is he doing? This is like some sort of this is almost like some sort of troll build, as he does put down the 3 auto turrets. I think they should. Yeah, he does. Our Zerg does actually manage to transfuse the queen that was dying and then transfuse her again. But remember, transfuse does 150 grants 150 life, so you should really wait until those queens are almost dead before you transfuse. I suppose in one sense though, they do give, that does mean a lot of micro. You do have to sort of pay attention, but it looks like we're going to be seeing the double macro hatch from our Zerg player as he brings up the fourth base now, his 4th base. But these ravens, oh my god, there's like 5 of them already. We bring up the units tab. There's 5 ravens and 4 marines there. This is going to be interesting. See whether or not he can actually pull this off, because Mass Raven has been pretty powerful, especially against the clump of queens. What is with this game? It looks like our Zerg player is going for mass queens. Oh, here come the Seeker Missiles. They will take out these 3 queens and very, very badly injure this 4th one. What is with this game? It looks like our Zerg player is going for mass queen, and our Terra player is going for mass Raven. Actually, you know what? It turns out on Facebook these 2 players specifically wanted me to cast. I think they were really looking for just a fun game, I suppose. So this is actually becoming quite ridiculous, and I think I'm gonna actually enjoy this. There's 1 queen actually standing on top, more or less like making sure that there's nobody here, like a siege tank, or in this case a raven. It's actually going to be a queens versus ravens game here. This 1 queen, of course, targeted by 3. She is going to die. Looks like Seeker Missiles either don't have enough splash damage or splash radius, or they just don't affect buildings. We'll see how this goes. This is quite a bizarre game for a tournament of this size. I'm guessing. Actually, I'm kind of guessing that this is the tournament, but we'll see how they go. Looks like our Zerg player is already up to 24 queens, mass queen apparently always works, but he should be getting this. He should be getting some upgrades for his queens. He does not even have an Evo chamber just yet. He hasn't exactly finished these rocks either. So I think if our Terra player decides to chuck a bunch of auto turrets here and perhaps a couple of auto turrets here, then these drones are going to die. Now the queens are actually going to attack the rocks. He really needs to upgrade the queen's attacks, to be honest. I mean, he's getting a lot of minerals out of that play. He's got quite a lot of minerals, so if he's going to mass queen, I think he still needs to make more and more hatcheries. It looks like he's going to go for the lair tech right now. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to help with his mass queen count. We'll see how it goes. Looks like we're going to have a planetary on the 3rd and the 4th, and he's making 3 command centers on the 5th, so this is actually turning out to be quite a ridiculous game. But he's going to, oh no, it looks like these queens right here, we'll see. Oh, this one queen had 1 health, that is the hero queen right there as it gets transfused once more. So like, even just up Marie would have actually solved that, but it looks like we're going to have the, what is this, the fusion core very soon. And remember, if for those of you who are fans of Day 9, if you remember, the fusion core does actually have a dance. It's not exactly doing it right now, but if he does decide to research something like right now, the fusion core dance does begin. And whilst it is a little bit slow, everybody can actually try and do it at the same time. But yeah, looks like it's going to be now a 1, 2, 3, 4 base Zerg versus what is apparently a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 base Terran. So I think we'll see how well Mass Queen goes against Mass Raven, because this is actually turning out to be quite a bizarre game. Yamato Cannon being researched by our Zerg player, our Terra player suggests he's going to go for battlecruisers, but he hasn't even started any battlecruiser production. Oh, here we go. Here's the first battlecruiser. I think those queens are not going to stand a chance, especially since the battlecruiser is already getting its 2-2 upgrades. These queens, they don't even have any upgrades whatsoever, and it looks like all these queens are going to die. Oh, that's quite a big explosion right there. I mean, it's not very often that you get to see Widow Mines killing that many queens. We'll, if we break up the units lost tab, it looks like, well, obviously it's heavily favoring our Terra player, but oh my god, queens killing the planetary, this is insane. What is going on today? I'm not entirely sure if these guys had something strange in their breakfast, but I think these mules are actually going to just keep the planetary alive. Somewhat. No, they're not actually repairing it. It seems that the mules are not repairing, but the SCVs are repairing. I think our Terran player hasn't exactly set these mules onto auto repair. He does lose. Our Zerg player does lose a few queens here and there. This flock of ravens might be able to land a few good seekers off, depending on what happens. But I think he might need to actually break this rock tower. That would definitely help, but our Zerg player hasn't even researched any of the upgrades. He's going to lose, especially since the battle cruisers are already here. We've got 1, we've got 2. These 2 battle cruisers already with their 2 armor is actually, well, they actually have a base armor of about 3. So that's actually pretty powerful. But can these queens outrun? Yeah, no, they can't. And it looks like, oh, those last 2. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. But more queens. Actually, it looks like our Zerg player is looking to actually max out on queens and drones. I think like, especially with the creep spread, if he can actually somehow manage to get it up into the base of our Terran player, that would actually put him at quite an advantage. Although with the battle cruisers, I think he's not going to be able to kill anything anytime soon, especially with that 2 armor. It looks like a Spire is finally coming down for our Zerg player, so I think we should be seeing some corruptors very soon, or at least something to kill the battle cruisers, and a Nidus Worm. So Nidus Worm, and it looks like he's going to chuck the Nidus Canal here. I don't think this is a very good idea, because he does have to bring those queens down again. I suppose it does help in so that they don't have to come all the way down here. But now the battle cruisers are on cleanup duty. But here come all of the queens, and there's actually nothing in that minus one. Here they go, and the queen's doing no damage. Almost no damage, and oh, it looks like Yamato cannon on the queen. That's actually quite over. That's actually quite an overkill, to be honest. And 3-3 ups for our battle cruisers are coming out. This battle cruiser already lost half of its life points. Life points. What is this? Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah. Okay. This is quite a bizarre game, and our Zerg player does have a lot of minerals. I think if our Zerg player decides to change into mass baneling, that would be even more fun, because I think banelings are a lot more exciting than just mass queen, to be honest. Mass queen, obviously, like one problem is it's too slow. He actually has decided to inject some lava, so we'll see what he decides to make out of it. But he does have the Spire here. It's already researching his +1 attack for air, which means the Corruptors will be able to do a lot more damage versus the battle cruisers. This is actually quite a bizarre game, and I'm surprised that our Terran player hasn't exactly maxed out yet. He's on 176 supply versus 146 supply Zerg, with nothing but pure queens, as it seems. But here come the Seeker missiles, and this queen right here is actually going to be the bane. Oh no, he does manage to escape with that queen. But I really think our Terran player should just move straight into those queens. I think these battle cruisers should be more than enough to deal with all of these queens. These queens, obviously, they still don't even have their air attack upgrade yet, their ranged attack upgrade yet. So now, they don't even do that much damage, to be honest. Now they do like the absolute minimal damage, which is like I think like 0.5 according to my friend G here. I'm not entirely sure, but now he has quite a lot of battle cruisers now. He should be able to destroy these queens, especially with those Seeker missiles. But oh no! Oh, I love the Zerg players thinking, running those queens into those battle cruisers so that the Seeker missiles can actually do a lot of damage to those battle cruisers. So now our Terra player is about to lose 2 battle cruisers unless he. Oh no! It looks like this battle cruiser is actually going to survive. Look at that! This battle cruiser right here on 21 health. It's actually like literally the battle cruiser that is on fire, and 29 Mutalisks and 50 Zerglings. Wow, this is quite a production it's got right here. And here come the Mutalisks, but I don't think the Mutals will be able to do enough damage versus those battle cruisers. But they can at least take out all the planetaries, or at least try to take out some of the SCVs here. I think we should actually go for the SCVs instead of the orbital, but I guess he did get them all with the bouncing blade. Here come the battle cruisers, and more importantly, here come the Ravens. If he can actually get a few good Seeker shots off, that'll be good. But that would be really difficult, especially with the mechanics of the Seeker missile. A bunch more Mutalisks and a couple more Zerglings are coming out as well. Also, we're going to be seeing some Banshees from our Terran player as well. I'm not sure if this is such a good idea. I think you should continue. Oh wait, no, he doesn't have enough supply for battle cruisers. He's actually about to max out on battle cruisers and Ravens. Looks like we have a bit of a Link skirmish getting ready, but oh, I like the way our Zerg player is thinking, just taking out the orbitals, meaning that, remember, these planetaries can't actually fly up and go somewhere else. So and it does stop the scans, and more importantly the mules, so the battle cruisers actually have to move back and forth. This is something that is obviously going to be a little bit difficult, especially since now that we are past the beta, the battle cruisers do not have their red line reactor, which allows them to be really fast. Here come the battle cruisers though, and I think these Mutalisks won't be able to. I don't think he should engage. If he focus fires, he might be able to. Oh no, it's not going to work. Yamato cannon on the Mutalisks is definitely overkill, and I think, oh no, oh, he does actually get one, and that's quite a lot of damage on those Mutalisks. Remember, if you don't fly out of range before the missile begins to move, then the missile will chase your units down and destroy them. This Hero battle cruiser is still here. Oh my god, as we'll keep an eye on him, but looks like these mutalisks, as you can see here, not doing that much damage versus that battlecruiser. That battlecruiser actually being able to stay alive for quite some time, but the Lings are just ravaging the base now. Our Terran player actually has nothing to defend against this. All his forces seem to be out on the front killing. So this is actually going to be one of the more bizarre base races here. It's going to be battlecruisers and Ravens versus Mutalisks and Lings. But looks like these battlecruisers are actually going to come in, and now our Zerg player is in a whole heap of trouble here. As a bunch of missile turrets also coming in. I think he needs to try and snipe all the SCVs, but bit of a miscontrol here actually. It's going to probably cost his mules quite dearly as the missile turrets do come up, but he should have killed this missile turret, but a lot of failed mines right there. His mutalisks are too fast for the mines to actually get the proper hits. These three battle cruisers actually going to town. 28 kills, 24 and 25 kills respectively for these battle cruisers. So they have done quite a lot of damage, most likely drone hits, because now with their three attack, they do a whopping 11 damage to the ground army. Remember, it seems that battle cruisers are actually better against ground units than they are against air units, so keep that in mind next time you decide to use battle cruisers. These mutalisks actually are not going to be able to do anything against these battle cruisers, and unless well, he's trying to get the 1+1 armor up, but I don't think that's going to be enough. What was that? What was that? Oh, it was a battle cruiser. What? Oh, there's a lot of missile turrets here. He should actually just focus fire them with these mutas. That's quite good of him to do so. And now he can actually take out this base as well. The ground army is actually going to have a hell of a time defeating that planetary, especially since they don't even have any, does he even have any ground army left? He doesn't even have any ground army left. So now it's just basically, he's got these two buildings here, this extractor. This other extractor is more like a hidden extractor right there. It's got 4 hatcheries here which are going to be destroyed by this battlecruiser. Actually, this battlecruiser, what range does it have? 6 range, so that's actually quite good for a capital ship. But here come the Ravens and the battlecruisers, so we'll see whether or not, he won't be able to get any, oh no, I think that may have been, no, he can't get those, he can't get the mutalisks with the Ravens, at least. I think he's actually committing a little bit too much to those Ravens here. And these mutas are just going to fly around and try and kill everything. I think a Terran player has to think about getting something else that's faster, such as, well, actually he doesn't even have to bother, because it looks like these battlecruisers are actually going to just destroy the bases right here. Some random hatcheries put down so that our Zerg player doesn't get defeated or eliminated. Gonna try and clean out some creep tumors with these auto turrets as well. Some really bizarre hatchery placements. I suppose they really are just so that our Terran player can't find them all. But really, I really don't see how our Zerg player can win at this point. I mean, unless he can actually catch this whole base out of his off guard, and with these battle cruisers completely out of position, he should be able to. He can still swing in. I think he's going to have a bit of a hard time killing this one battle cruiser, let alone all those battle cruisers. Actually, he's got the +2 attack, so actually he should be able to rip through this battle cruiser. Not without the battle cruiser dealing quite a few shots against those mutalisks, so that's actually going to be a bit of a problem here. Battle cruisers, of course, still cleaning up the base. This is just such a bizarre game. I love it. I love it. It's a bizarre but entertaining game nevertheless. I think slow step off the mutas is actually going to just be a little bit unnecessary, to be honest. But leaving that building to explode by itself, that's actually quite cool of him to do so. But he needs to take out this battlecruiser immediately. He's actually going for the orbital. So those glaives are actually doing even less damage if you look at it. All of those glaives bouncing from that building to the battlecruiser, all they did was just 5 damage together. So you can see how important it is to get this armor upgrades for capital ships. I think these battle cruisers just need to huddle over these planetaries so that the mutalisks can't kill them, but he will. But of course, the mutalisks will be able to kill these planetaries, and they certainly will have a. Well, they probably won't have so much of a hard time against these auto turrets, but I think we should just leave them alone. For obvious reasons, those auto turrets will time out very soon. But even if our Zerg player decides to get his flock of mutalisks to defend one of his what is that over there? Oh, there are the mutalisks. Okay. Even if our Zerg player decides to defend his last hatcheries with his mutalisk, I think he will lose against those battle cruisers. But of course, the production for both players is pretty much just shut down, as they are both now like so heavily supply blocked. But more importantly, they don't even have any production facilities left. So this is actually going to be a game of attrition here. We'll see if our Terran player ever decides to use these battle cruisers. But oh no, our Zerg player is actually going to try and engage. He will lose, and I think it should be a GG very soon. I don't see how our Zerg player can actually come back anymore. And it is GG from our Zerg player for what is perhaps the most bizarre game I have ever seen. Not even just from this tournament, but like as a whole. That was just wow. Okay, so let us recap. It was Mass Raven versus Mass Queen, and then it transitioned into Mass BC versus Mass Muta. So wow. Okay, I'm not sure if they were just trolling or if it was serious. I don't even know. That was wow. That was fun. So we'll see what they decide to do next, I guess. Yeah. Well, we'll see what they decide to do next then. As we move on to the next game, hopefully they will decide the next map very soon. It's actually getting pretty late, so let's try to make this quick as we see what happens. Alright. Oh my god, what was that? Alright. Alright, so it looks like we are back with our next game in the best of 3. So it's now going to be on Aqua Waste again, apparently. So it's like the rules of this tournament mean you can actually choose the same map twice. I wasn't particularly aware, but here we go. It's going to be once again oh, it's actually going to be random versus random. So obviously these two players here really just going all at it for the fun. Really, this is really just for the thrills now. So let's see what random crap they can come up with this time. So in the bottom right hand corner we have our blue Terran. It is going to be LunaR. Spawning, of course, is random. And in the top left we have our green Terran, who's going to be MythSyntox. Also spawning as random. So this is actually going to be quite a random TVT. So let's see what kind of shenanigans these guys can come up with this time. I'm actually not going to be surprised if we see a BC versus BC battle. It'll probably be a long and tedious game, but we'll see how it goes. As they both decide to bring up their supply depots. Yeah, I wasn't aware that you can choose the same map twice. Looks like the barracks. Looks like it's gonna be a gas. Looks like it's gonna be a gas first for our Green Terran player. Oh, it looks like this is not actually a tournament match. Oh well, looks like we're gonna be casting the best of 3, I guess. Actually, is it B or are these letters just a little bit wonky? Don't you think they're a little bit wonky to you? Looks like we're going to. But anyway, we're going to be seeing gas early timing from our Green Terran player. So I think we'll be seeing Bass Raven again. Looks like LunaR should be playing Terran. Looks like he is actually better at playing Protoss, I would say. I don't know. So we'll actually see what kind of shenanigans they come up with this time. Hopefully this is going to be pretty bizarre. We should be seeing. Oh, okay. Looks like the idea has been called for. What? Proxy factory. It's probably going to be a scouting factory, or it's going to be a. Well, it's actually going to be, or it's going to be a proxy factory. But it looks like LunaR may be going from 2 racks to 3 racks, according to my friend here, Daz, who's actually. Oh, he is actually built the 4 racks. Well done, Daz. It's actually going to get the 4 racks up. Not entirely sure how well 4 rack is, but we'll see how well it goes as I go and just get my jacket. I'll be right back. Hang on. It appears that our blue Terra player actually has not seen this, and it's going to be a Widow Mine, a proxy Widow Mine. What is going on? A proxy Widow Mine, and we're going to be actually seeing a standard, like apparently a standard 4 rack bunker rush here. So this is actually first Widow Mine is out for our green player. I'm just gonna call this green and blue. That mine. Oh my god, this is gonna be insane. If our blue Terran player doesn't notice this, he can actually get some really good attacks off those mines. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I'm going to very soon. Okay, I'm going to very soon. Well, it looks like the blue Terran player has actually noticed those mines, and unfortunately this mine actually doesn't only gets 1 kill, so that's a bit of a disappointment. But these marines are actually going to just waltz right in. These 3 marines actually not going to be able to do enough damage. He should be able to just take out the oh, Banshees! Proxy Banshees! Oh my god, this is actually just so insane. This is almost as insane as that last game that I casted from these 2 guys here. Actually got to heavily supply block our Green Terran player with those 2 supply depot kills. It's actually quite smart of him. I'm not sure if these all these SEVs are actually going to try and attack. They can't get the surround. They're actually just going to try and run away. I think he actually should have this is actually going to be GG from MythSyntox very soon. I think our blue Terran player just pretty much has got it handled. But oh my god! Oh no! That Widow Mine taking 4 kills. Wow, that was quite a big hit. Unfortunately, I missed it as the Marines still going to town on this barracks, I guess. But oh no, here come the the Banshee actually cleaning up all those Marines. But looks like the scan is actually going to reveal the Banshee, and the Banshee will have to run at least until the scan is over. And our Terror player, looks like our blue Terror player can still chuck down another one, and that Banshee is gone. Second Banshee coming up now from our Terror player, from our green Terror player, and here come the SCVs once again. I think our Terror player, I think our green Terror player should actually use those SCVs and just try and counterattack. Shouldn't actually repair, shouldn't work. This Banshee, what are you doing? Yeah, and once again, actually now I think about it, Banshees do 24 damage altogether. No scan from our, oh, looks like, oh, the orbital command is actually floating as well. Don't think this is such a good idea from our Terror player. He's actually gonna float. What? He's actually gonna, what? What? He's actually gonna float this command center all the way to the natural. What is this? Bronze League Heroes or something? What? What is going on? What is going on? Oh my god! And now this factory's actually got nothing. This Widow Mine's kind of just sitting here, wondering what it should do. I think it should actually try and more or less like burrow itself around here or something like that. I don't know. Not entirely sure what is going on, but we do have a Widow Mine on the ramp of this base right here. So if the Marine, if I suppose this is actually pretty smart. If a Marine ever decides to spawn from this barracks, it will get shot down by the Widow Mine, or at least a large chunk of its health will fall. We do have a bunch of flying buildings. I'm not entirely sure what the hell is going on. What is with these games? These are friendly games, perhaps, but still, these are insane. And oh no, he looks like he did lose 2 Marines, and those SCVs are actually just going to die to this bunker. And I think we should be seeing a GG from MythSyntox very soon. Using a lot of Marines here. If we bring up the unit loss tab, it is heavily favouring our blue Terror player, who's actually decided to go for Marines in a bunker. But literally, I think if our blue Terror player, oh no, the Viking! The Viking's actually just going to pretty much be the end for LunaR's little shenanigans right here. So I think flying them around is actually going to do better? No, it turns out that keeping them on the ground will actually save the command centers first. What was that? Quite a bit of a kill there, but actually that was more or less a premature attack. This orbital actually started to get quite low on health, as the Viking just continues to attack with its superior range of about 9. Oh, here comes the second Viking too. This is just a gangbang right here, man. Oh, but the Vikings actually killing off that Marine right there. What is going on? And here is a barracks. Luna should have made an eBay and a Taro with the 380 minerals he had. Well, I don't even know what's going on anymore. And looks like we're using a scan from our blue Terror player. This middle might actually needs to stay back. If he can get himself past this bunker, that would be pretty good. But this bunker's actually going to die now because there's no scans. There's no scans. Here come the Marines. If you can bait the Marines in, he will. Well, he can't. So that's a bit of a shame. But if he lands the Vikings, he should land the Vikings. Well, okay, that was a little bit anticlimactic, to be honest. These Marines, oh, it's going to be a Marine versus a, oh my god, it's going to be a Marine versus a landed Viking. What is going on here as this Banshee actually raking in the kills here? 9 kills, 10 kills, here comes the scan, and there goes the, oh no, it was the Widow Mine that was never meant to be. He did end up dying. Oh, but this, oh, that Viking as well, dying to those Marines. I think actually, oh my god, this Viking's actually managed to hold off the Proxy Rax Marine. Assault? What the hell? Here comes a Banshee as well. So it looks like it's going to be a very bizarre build versus yet another very bizarre build from most of these players. Quite obviously, oh wow, these SCVs actually really low in health. If the Banshee can just swoop in and like take out these 3 SCVs, this will pretty much shut down the economy. What's left of the economy of his SCVs anyway. Looks like Syntox needs to re-rally his SCV. Oh yeah, he needs to. Right here, these 4 SCVs actually pretty idle right here. Well, that seems to be not much of a problem because Vikings are actually just killing off all of the bases, all of the flying buildings from our blue terror player right here. This Marine, of course, actually does notice the Viking, and now the Viking needs to run away. But Syntox, what are you doing? Always check that you don't have idle workers. I mean, there is a button. Supposedly it's actually a little hard to find it, but still, come on. Oh, we're sniping right there. What? Oh, looks like the proxy Brax has actually made it into our Green Terran's base. Has he seen it? No, he hasn't. No, he has not. And the landed Vikings actually, like, it's not often that you see this happen around here. We do see one Marine here. Will he stim in and be like the hero Marine that he was truly meant to be? We'll see. Oh, 2 Marines, here we go. You might be able to put one here and one there, and then those SCVs cannot escape. But it looks like these 2 Banshees and 3 landed Vikings will be able to take out all of this. And now our blue terror player has nothing to defend. Nothing to defend. All he has to do now is just find the remaining bases and find the remaining buildings, and he will win. This Widow Mine basically keeping an eye on all of that, but he really needs to bring it back down. Taking out this, actually, you know what? Taking out this orbital will actually help him quite a lot, because it will eventually it will reveal all of these buildings here, and with no SCVs, I think. Oh, he does have no SCV. Oh, he does have 20. No, he has no SCVs. So it's now down to these 6 Marines, and here they come! Oh, what a surround by these SCVs right here. Actually, that was quite a bit of a misclick, but he did. Looks like those SCVs are dead, and Luna has to GG out. It is GG, and it is going to be victory for MythSyntox! Yeah, it's about time to sleep now. I'm almost done. Okay. So, it looks like now it's time for sleep. So, those 2 pretty bizarre games. I'm not sure if we're gonna have an ace match, but it doesn't matter because I'm not gonna cast it anymore. I've actually gotta go now. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. You can subscribe to my channel for more crazy stuff like this, or you can follow me on Twitter. That'll be a lot easier. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.